Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm in the Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of the sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught at the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Jacobs. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by jefe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now Gordon. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35.
Come on, bro. I got this man in a deep half, man.
For a Cincinnati score. DK Metcalf. 85 yards. And the Bengals on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Well, look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's checked down to Gordon. And some room to maneuver. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
On first down, here's Breida. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 14. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Anderson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. It completes it once more to Anderson. Touchdown 49ers. Robbie Anderson. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it's no good.
Bro, I really missed
the extra
that
point,
field goal,
and this
dog.
remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out. Something that lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Bro, chill out with all of that, man.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man is Robbie Anderson.
Damn, my nigga, you tripping. We used to be superstars. Jacket car.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
2nd and 9 now. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Back to throw now on 1st down. That one complete to Anderson. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
You tripping. Superstars.
On play action, they'll throw. He rifles it. It's going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll have a decent amount of time, 55 seconds to work with, to try to at least get down into field goal range. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play that time on the catch and run. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Take it in at the 3. And taken down.
What is that? Go pull that water out. Why would you fill that up with water? Go pour it out.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Don't open that. Go put it back.
The 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Taking in at the 3. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Bengals grab it, and they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
2nd down and 8. He'll drop to throw.
Thank you.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Jefe.
Get out the way,
and the
man.
Niners force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I don't understand
Loss
that,
of
bro.
a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap.
Out the way,
to stay in
man.
bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Deep ball for Goodwin.
Yo,
Going to be incomplete.
I should have
Good effort
stopped
there
running,
trying to take a
dog.
shot, but it's 3rd down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources,
Cough my ball
but they
up,
know that
legit.
that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in.
Oh, this man can't fucking throw, dog. That's touchdown. I need me a fucking quarterback.
Field and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 18.
Yeah, eat, man.
To the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Second and 10.
He's going to let it go again. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now back to throw.
I was in the wrong play. Damn it.
A great effort there.
Thought I was in a fucking cover 3.
Fuck, the Bengals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Gano the extra point, and this is back to an 8-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line.
Fumble my ball, Jit.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll drop to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side. And all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here, because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll look to throw.
No, I pressed the wrong button. Wow. Come on, Black. You tripping.
Finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Back to throw here.
Yeah, shit, man. Get up.
Time today.
Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the 49ers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And look at this. They
I need to be a QB, dog. This man cannot make me throw.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this.
Oh, this nigga blowing my game.
What does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of it. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you'd set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play, because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They go again with Pierce. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Andre Cisco.
We ain't gonna catch no Cisco, man.
The 30, 10, and into the end zone.
Nigga ain't gonna catch no Cisco.
49er D as they score the touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 15 now. Makes the score Niners 29, Bengals 14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now.
Appreciate that little beastie. Appreciate the sub, Brody.
Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right.
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. Pretty good timing. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big time quarterback. That shit. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie,
refs gave them boys the game.
Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers.
Great, Anderson.
Robbie Anderson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Niners are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now.
That's how you be great, Robbie.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields this way up at the 17. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Yeah.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity. Because
hey, go take your clothes off because y'all about to take a bath.
Points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
They're going to look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time.
This man DJ ugly making throws like he fucking paying.
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Extra point try good by Gano as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Eat, man.
Be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Well, Charles, it's